I had the pleasure, nay, the privilege, of being taken around the city of Pittsburgh by this guy right here. And I'd say the more memorable pieces involve a museum we were in, where it was all about the history of Pittsburgh and sports and things like that. And tucked away in this little corner is a little kiosk that teaches you how to speak in Pittsburgh. And I thought to myself, well, I know there's like a regional accent here, but it like does like a speak and say. So it puts a rubber band on the screen and says gum band. And I was like, excuse me? And you're like, oh, there's a bunch of gum bands there.
First off, Jag, it's called Pittsburghese, all right? And it's not that, it's just a very relaxed way of talking, all right? It's a consonant deficiency, right? We just skip over a lot of things. We got some funny words, all right? Jet, you get some jumbo, you go downtown, get some chipped ham.
Go.
Welcome back, sports fans, to another episode of Ugly Thirds. Today's topic will be the Pittsburgh Penguins' worst three jerseys. John and Shrems, take it away.
Something to that chipped ham, though.
Isn't that chipped ham good, man?
All right, well, I'm going to shut up, so you go.
Well, so, finally. Now, I'm going to take a lot of heat for this episode. I am, because I got some controversial opinions.
Okay.
But I own every Penguin jersey that ever existed, except for 3 that I have to get custom made myself, not including the 4 I already have custom made. So I am keeping this to the black and gold era, because if it came personal favorites, this is my favorite. But 76 to 79, it's a long time ago. How many will remember this?
Okay.
Right? So I'm going to keep it to the modern era. And hear me out.
Okay.
Third worst.
Flip the tables.
I know. And
people have unsubscribed. Phil, bring them back in. Tell them what to do.
As a kid, I asked for this jersey for Christmas. I got it. It was my favorite. It was the one I wore because we always had the white jersey because that's what they wore at home. That's what we were given. That's what the whole family wore. I wanted this one because of how cool it was.
Gradient.
Well, it's a gradient. It's one of like 4 jerseys ever in the NHL to use a gradient. It's different. It's like the logo sat in water too long and it started leaching. It's the only time the Penguins use gray. I remember Doc Emmerich talking about the Pittsburgh Penguins. They're black and gold and gray. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And like, yeah, they did for a while. These shoulders, it's gold here. It's white here. Even the shoulders have a gradient effect within them when you have the right era. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not, which is another beef I have with this era of jerseys. I have zero love for the RoboPen. I never have.
Controversial.
Look, the skating penguin was such an endearing logo of great times. They change it after back-to-back cups. They win a President's Trophy in 92-93 and then lose in the playoffs to the Islanders. Oh, yeah. Let's have back-to-back cups and then completely strip the team of its look to a corporate logo where allegedly this was from Mellon Bank with these stripes.
Oh, Mellon Bank, Mellon Arena.
Not to mention, every one of these that exists from this time is fraying ridiculously because the twill and a single thing. I've had to stitch all of them except this Pro Player one because everything was beefy in these Pro Player stitches.
Love it.
The sleeves are up, like they match this, like it just what I loved it as a kid.
Edgy.
I have since matured.
And we just talked
yellow.
about that. Huh?
The crest yellow is different than
Yeah.
the yellow.
Oh yeah. Why it's dark here and then it gets more like it.
And we just talked about this with Goathead. What you loved when you were 10, 12 years old to what you look at it in more refined eyes these days.
Objectively speaking, nostalgia aside, there is nothing good in the design of this jersey.
I'm surprised because it gets worse from here.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So.
Oh God. Why didn't you tell me to change?
I didn't think you had other options. So the start of the Reebok Edge era, was translating this version, the X Generation era, into the Reebok format. And the Penguins adopted the Reebok format wholesale, not straying I have neglected Philip in my ranting. RoboPen, when they wear this thing.
That was 1995 to 2002.
And it was a third jersey for the first 2 years, I believe, of that.
Yeah, and
then this,
2007 to 2016.
Almost the entire Reebok era. They changed the last year. Oh, look at this guy. Taylor Swift over here with the changes between songs.
And he had to run off because the trapdoor didn't work.
I see you're still here. The ninjas, the assassins have failed. I mean, what is this? What is this? And the only time in their history where this is not gold, this is khaki. I know this because this is gold.
Khakis were big.
Look, I'm a man who loves khaki, but not in my Penguins jersey. I mean, and there's almost like, well, it's almost like they have penguin arms. Well, penguin is just gonna fly for. I mean, and more egregious, and why this even worse is this jersey. Shrems, you want to hold out that sleeve? I've had this thesis before. It's the same template. It's the same jersey.
It's pretty much the same.
It is the same. The only difference is this panel is red, where this panel is white. That's it. It's the same jersey.
There's less khaki in this one too.
It's better this way. I hate it, and everyone bought them, and everyone loved it because it's the Crosby era, and they didn't want a cup in these things, so it's hard. But like, I hate them. I hate them so much. And they brought these back in Michelin Ness. This is a throwback now.
Are we that
I believe they changed the banner though. It was in this color, and then they changed it.
No, they did change the banners, which I think is bad luck. But what do I know? But the 09 banner is Vegas Gold.
I thought for a while they had changed it.
No, the format is all the same. Even if you drive past the Penguins practice facility out in Cranberry Township, PA, you see all 5 of banners on the side of the building. It's 2 in gold, 1 in Vegas gold, and 2 more in gold. Which I still blame the 08 Penguins for not giving us back-to-back cups for Rice. They came close.
That'd be back-to-back-to-back.
No, back-to-back, and then back-to-back, and then back-to-back. But 08 lost.
That's when they had back-to-back games for the first time ever in Cup Finals.
Yeah, no, they tried. Well, I think they tried to rig it against Detroit and the Old Men, but
and the Boars at Detroit were bouncy.
So they've always had that.
Yeah, they were bouncy.
Number 1, this one I don't think is controversial. I'll fight anyone on this one. Look, none of these are egregious, but this one's pretty out there. Phil, when they wear this?
This was we have it marked as a 2018 to 2021 third.
Yes.
But remember, there also was a Stadium Series in it.
No, it's not.
Slightly different.
No, it's not. I'm glad you say that. You set me up. Because this is the Stadium Series one.
3-1, John.
This is the Stadium Series one.
I said slightly different.
It is. It is. Okay. Hold up the stripe. Yeah, the white stripe. Thicker gold stripe. The font, I think, is really where it gets to be like. Okay, so Reebok panel, nothing. Hemline stripe. No hemline stripe. On the sleeves, they put the game patch.
A giant game patch.
No, the giant game patch. Is this City of Champions, which only has 4 stars. That's out of date now. I need to add a 5th one there. But like these little things give it a lot more going on to a very otherwise bland jersey. Because this, if you can hold that up for a second, is rehashing this from the early 80s. Right? There is a logic to, okay, let's take this, and because it was a game at Heinz Field, we're going to make it more steel induced, which, if you can flip it around and show the number font, right? And you get Pittsburgh, like people do a concept, they do a stencil at some point because of the steel industry. Everyone does it eventually.
Mm-hmm. Do you have another gold jersey by any chance?
Yes.
I'm kind of having a good time.
Like they took something that has a lot of fun bits to it, and they sucked the life out of it and corporatized it.
Not many jerseys should have fun bits.
And Johnny, you want to talk about why the rumor of why there's no triangle?
Oh, you love this is your pet theory. No, go ahead, Phil.
It's not a pet theory. I've read it online. So the theory is
Everything's online.
everything's online. This is one of the rare times that they don't have the triangle in the design, which is for the point in Pittsburgh, and it's because Lemieux was talking about potentially selling off his share, and if they have to move the team, it's easier to move the team without the triangle because the triangle is specific to Pittsburgh.
So the center of Pittsburgh is the confluence of the Allegheny, Monongahela into the Ohio River. That's the three rivers. It started the French and Indian War. Look it up. And so that triangle at the front of the city is the point with Point State Park, and that golden triangle is the center of Pittsburgh industry. That's the city center. And to remove it and leave the skating penguin just off on its own, look, I think that the triangle does a lot in containing this logo, balancing it,
and looking at it that way for sure.
From a design, so it needs a gold stick to try and replace it.
It's floating in this one.
Yeah.
That triangle grounds it. I don't know why, but aesthetically, it grounds the whole jersey.
Right, because even ground level is here, but it totally adds a balance where it's gangly and cartoonish, which again should all be hallmarks of a terrible logo. But I think it's just been around so long that it's been endearing. Like Mr. Peanut, it's endearing no matter how horrific it can look. This was corporate trash. This logo was corporate trash. This design is corporate trash. And while the Penguins are a great franchise, anytime there's an issue of a kid in Nova Scotia got his jersey stolen and Sidney Crosby was there the next day to hand him a new one, the players will go out and hand out a season ticket to the season ticket holder. Like, okay, here's your season tickets for the year to the season. I mean, how cool is that? They've been doing that since they were terrible in the X generation. For the team to do, but the team never turns down a buck. They never have. And so for this to happen, it just says so much, and I hate it. I hate it. And now there's ads, on everything, and I.
All right, we're goodbye, John.
Take us out.
Is he done?
He might be. He might be done for good.
I don't know if I want to.
It's just so much corporations.
Don't forget.
Be angry. Shout from your windows.
Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Hit the bell to get notifications for new videos, and come back for another episode of Ugly Thirds.
Chip Tamanat.